Hi there guys, Aaron Chandler here for Forever Football DRFC, your Dogs Rovers fan channel. 3 lines review, England 1, Czech Republic 0 at Wembley. Last group game, we finished top of the group. A beautiful goal by Sterling, and it was just an overall led performance. I think it was probably the best we've performed out of the 3 games, if I'm being brutally honest, but it still wasn't as comfortable as I would like to see. I think Saka and Grealish brought a little something extra to that team. I think that it was great seeing Bellingham get minutes. It was great seeing Maguire get 90 minutes. It was wonderful to see Henderson get a half. It was wonderful to see Bellingham get those minutes. It was wonderful to see Saka start. It was wonderful to see Grealish start. It was wonderful to see Kane get another chance. Sterling, I was a bit wary of at the start. I was like, why is he starting after he's had a terrible 90 minutes in the previous game, and a goal got him out of jail in that one? But he actually did all right today. He wasn't the best performer, but he did all right today. So I think overall England were pretty all right on the night. It'll be all right on the night. I was kind of happy we won and topped the group today, because if we'd have drawn that and got second place in the group, we'd have played the last 16 on my birthday, but I'm at Alton Towers on the Monday, so I would rather have played on a day where I could actually watch the match, and I'd rather have the whole day at Towers, to be honest. So I'm kind of glad we've topped the group. We play on the Tuesday against the runners-up of the France group, so it'll be France or Germany or Portugal, most likely Germany, and I wouldn't mind that, to be fair. I wouldn't mind a match with Germany, because I don't think, I think they've only just sparked their campaign into life with that win over Portugal 4-2, so they've got some decent quality players, and we are going to have to come up against decent opposition to try and go further in the competition. So it's going to be up to us really to see how we cope with the pressure. But no, I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. We have to come up against strong opposition. We can't have an easy route to the final at all. But I mean, obviously, looking at the team lineup today, of course, we played the 4-2-3-1, I guess, the 4-3-3 kind of formation. So we did have Pickford in goal, back 4 of Walker, Shaw, with Stones and Maguire in the middle, Rice and Phillips in the pivot. Then we had Grealish at cam, Sterling and Saka on the wings, and then Kane up front. And then on the bench, in terms of substitutes we did use, we used Rashford for a bit, we used Mings for a bit, we used Sancho for a bit, we used Bellingham for a bit. So, it's still a decent number of subs, still a load of subs, but not colossal amounts of substitutions, to be honest. Like I said, it's great to see Rashford get some minutes as well. So I think it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting to see whether Sancho starts the next game or gets more minutes than he did. And look, before anyone sort of says, oh, why did we start Sterling? Why did we start Saka? Why did we start this, that, and the other? I have my theories about every player. So, well, every player that's, obviously started. First of all, why I think Walker started at right back. I think he had more pace than Kieran Triple Little Light Fantastic, aka Kieran Trippier. I think that Walker technically has more pace than him, and I feel like he's just got that extra ability. And also the partnership with John Stones, the Man City partnership, I think that's going to come key and crucial. The reason why I think Grealish started, it's pretty obvious, to be honest. Foden was not even on the bench, and, he was carrying a yellow card. So, I think it was crucial, to be honest. In terms of why I think Saka started, and I think Sterling kept his place, I think the goal helped Sterling, first of all. I think that Sterling, again, I think he's sort of, I think the goal kind of kept him in it, in my opinion. I think also continuity, that's a big factor in Southgate's team sometimes, so I think that continuity probably kept Sterling in the side. For Bukayo Saka, I think he's young, exciting, given an opportunity. Why him over Sancho? I don't know, maybe there's something in that. I think maybe Sancho's just, I know it's Saka's first major tournament, but again, Sancho was not really, given a lot of minutes during the build-up to the Euros. So I think that it was just a case of, do I pick one or the other? It's going to be a easy or hard decision whether I pick one or the other. But Sancho at least got minutes, and I'd like to see Sancho get more and more minutes throughout the tournament now, throughout the knockout stages. In terms of Kane keeping his place and Rice and Phillips in the pivot, I think, again, continuity and things like that. So I can understand. There's theories behind why every player started, and I think there's theories as to why each of the starting players was involved. Obviously, the Sterling goal was decent. Czech Republic did have a few good chances. Obviously, the other game today, Croatia beat Scotland 3-1. Scotland out of the Euros, bottom of the league. Croatia's in the third place mix, should we say. Them and Switzerland will probably be in the mix for third place teams if we don't have a decent points total from Portugal by the end of it. Of course, Portugal face France, so they'll end up on 3 points. They'll probably have a decent shot of being involved in the third place team, so we'll see what happens there. But of course, obviously, you got the other group as well: Spain, Slovakia, Sweden, and whoever else was in there. Poland, that's it. They obviously got them to sort out as well, so they're going to be in the mix as well. So you're probably looking at Croatia. Probably Spain's going to finish in third place, to be honest, and it's probably going to be Portugal in third place. So unless Hungary get the number over Germany and France beat Portugal, then Hungary will finish third, which would be a weird thought, but it's still possible. So you never know, do you? I think Hungary could do a job on Germany if given the opportunity and given the right spirit. And I might be mad for saying that, but I think any team could beat any given nation on any day. It don't matter whether it's club football or international. I think it could happen. So, but on this game, just to sort of sum up the points, I think England, look, I think it was an edge-out win. We scored 2 goals in the whole group stage, conceded none against 3 teams that are all-right teams, not the biggest, best nations in the world, like the Frances, the Belgiums, the Italys, etc. You're sort of talking below that level, I think, in my opinion, with those 3 teams. But all 3 of those teams still have decent standout players in each nation. Croatia's got the likes of Perisic and Jarvidal, who came off injured, who's a good young up-and-coming defender. They've got Modric, obviously, Livakovic in goal. Czech Republic's got Derrida, Kufal, Souček, Patrick Schick, Thomas Vaklik, who's a really good goalkeeper, and obviously Scotland, Andy Robertson, Scott McTominay, Che Adams, David Marshall's an experienced goalkeeper. So it's 3 medium-sized nations with standout players. But there we go, we finished top of the group. They're not playing on my birthday, which is fantastic news. They're either going to ruin my birthday or I have to leave Alton Towers early. So it was a no-win situation on that day. We had to win the groups, we could play the following day. So I'm happy about that. I can have a full day at Alton Towers. If the closing time's extended by another hour or 2, I'll be staying there another hour or 2. Trust me on that. I'll be there on Monday, so if you do see me, come and say hi. If you are a supporter of of Coach Chal or Forever Football DRFC. But also, guys, stay tuned for the next England review, which will be on the Tuesday night. But for now, I'm Aaron Chandler from Forever Football DRFC. Keep living the Rovers life, and that, my friends, is full-time. Rovers till I die. Come on, you 3 Lions. We've topped the group. Rovers till I die! Rovers till